Hi friends! It's the final day of our Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas Canada cruise, and we've made it back stateside. Boy, oh boy, do we have a doozy for you today. We start with a beautiful morning float into Portland, Maine, where we go through immigration and take a 5-mile walk through the city. And then things get real fun as we make our own excursion. A beer excursion. We visit Industrial Way, the home of 5 different breweries, and we tackle all of them. After that, we somehow make it back to the ship right in time for our final dinner on board. It was an incredibly fun last stop, and we're so excited for you to join us today on this happy place.
Hello. Welcome to day 7 aboard Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas. We're going to Portland today.
But first, we actually have to go through immigration. If this is the first video you're watching, welcome. But
Go back and watch the other 7.
yeah, we have spent the last 6 days at sea and in Canada. So today we're going to Portland, Maine, which means we have to go through immigration first. There is a process. They dropped a letter off last night in our room, and they're calling groups. So it is completely mandatory. You have to do this in Maine, even if you plan on staying on the ship all day. Yeah.
Think of it like it's your first time coming back to the country from a different country, even if you plan on living in the airport for the rest of your life.
Still got to go through
You
immigration.
gotta go through immigration.
So we got group 1. I'm not 100% sure if it's because we're the key, which is like a paid for.
Yeah, priority service. You get some things, including internet, which has been nice. That's been a nice perk. But yeah, I know you get priority boarding and offboarding.
So
Maybe.
Actually, I don't know if you can see that out our window,
Probably
but
not.
the pilot just went by, so we must be getting pretty close.
Yeah.
We're going to go up to get breakfast at Windjammer, I think for the last time, because with the key, we get an a la carte breakfast tomorrow when we disembark.
Yep.
So let's go have our last Windjammer breakfast.
Ever.
Definitely looking pretty similar. We have found our favorites at the buffet. It doesn't switch up too much from morning to morning. These potato hash browns are so good. But we have sunrise just happening. We're turning into land, I do believe. First thing, this might be the most beautiful city we've ever sailed into. It was, number one, the sunrise was just chef's kiss. And the glow on the town and the 87 lighthouses we saw coming in, plus all of these little sailboats, all of the seabirds. Loved it. So Portland, you're already high in my mind. But we were deciding what to do today. We don't have a tour, but doing a little research, Portland has 27 breweries. The brewery scene here is, and it's a Saturday when we're here, so everything's going to be open.
Yes.
There is a street It's kind of on the other side of the city, so we're probably going to catch an Uber or a Lyft, which is a nice thing about docking in Portland. We're back in the US. We can use our phones. We can use rideshare apps, which they didn't have up in Canada. But on Industrial Way, there are 5 breweries all within walking distance, plus some eateries and things surrounding it. One of the breweries, if anyone watching this is a beer fan, is Allagash, which is a very large brewery. We drink their beer at home somewhat often. They have an area that you can do like a cellar tour, and then they also just have a tasting room that has food too. So I think we're definitely going to head there a little later this afternoon.
We did get extended too. Our port time here was supposed to leave at 5:30. Now all aboard is 6:30.
It's 6:30. We're not sailing until 7. We're not very far from Boston, which is where we're disembarking tomorrow. And I guess the seas are looking favorable. Man, I wish we were here a little earlier in the season. I think this would be great for whale watching, but a lot of the migration has started already. Jake thinks he might have seen a spout on the water. So we're gonna keep our eye out, because if you've watched us at all, you know we love dolphins and whales. Alaska spoiled us. But now we're just waiting for the call that we can go through immigration. It is 8, nope, my watch hasn't changed yet. It is 7:55. So we'll see. We won't film immigration. I think they really frown upon that, but we'll let you know how it goes and how intense it is. The letter literally said, like, they may ask you a lot of questions, be prepared. So, welcome home. We have made it through immigration. Pretty simple process. We had to scan our cards twice getting off the ship, and then we walked into the main immigration building, walked right up to the officers.
Yeah, they're customs agents.
And took our passports, took our pictures, and we were through. We talked about YouTube. So.
Yep. They did put a sticker on the back of our sea pass, so actually we got our cards checked 3 times. Twice back to back right when you step off the ship, and then once somebody just put a little sticker on your thing, I guess to indicate when you're getting back on the ship that you have been off the ship.
It makes sense, because a lot of people got off the ship, went through immigration, and turned around and went right back onto the ship. So it makes sense then, if you're coming back out when immigration is still happening, that you don't have to have it checked again.
It's also probably a fail-safe. Yeah. If anybody gets off the ship and like tries to get back on and hasn't gone through the Customs and Border Patrol process, they won't have one of those stickers. Yeah. So that's a good way of being like, go do the thing.
But all in all, from the time they said we could get off to stepping onto Maine soil, it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah.
We were in the first group though, so I'm curious to see, as they call more groups, how long this line gets. Right now it hasn't yet come out of the actual immigration building. We'll see.
I do feel a little lucky that we did it so quickly.
Yeah.
Hi, gonna jump in here real quick, pause the video, and let you know that we were group 1, and that was really to our benefit getting off the ship through immigration. We talked to people that were in group 18, 19. I think there were 20 total groups getting off of the ship, and they didn't get off the ship until 11 o'clock. So all in all, we got 3 extra hours being in Portland, and I really feel for the people that didn't. I know at one point, the lines to get to the excursions were so long, and we just kind of avoided all of that. So we are going to do a video in the future about whether we think the key was worth it. But I'm going to pop in here and say for this day and then our disembarkation the next day, I think the key paid for itself with the internet package too. So I just wanted to let you know, because we talked to people later on, but we didn't include it because we hit the breweries in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. Okay, anyway, back to our day in Portland. But we're gonna walk around, I think, just this main port area, get some more shots of the ship, because this is definitely the most beautiful view of the ship that we've had.
Yeah.
And some of the breweries open at 11, so we have quite a bit of time to kill, but we'll walk around. We're gonna go find a store because Jake misplaced his sunglasses.
Both pairs.
So we're gonna get him another pair of cheap sunglasses. I'm sure there's like a CVS or a Walgreens somewhere around here.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back in the USA.
Sunglasses acquired.
Jake looking fly.
I no longer have sand hitting me in the eyeballs.
Yeah, it's very windy and there's a lot of like pollen and sand being picked up, so we had to protect our eyes. But we're heading back to this main little street, and we're gonna actually head to the cove side to check out that water. Found a dog beach, and they're so happy. Oh my gosh, it's the best.
Yeah.
5 miles later, we've made it back. At this point, we're just finding trails and walking up them. We're gonna do some steps. Go ahead, squat jump the whole way up.
Oh, sounds terrible.
Just on top of those stairs, we're in another little park with a really, really beautiful view of the ship. Ooh, I didn't know if we could beat New Brunswick yesterday, but Portland is showing off. It's really beautiful here. You can see across the way, we just looked this up. This fort on this island was built in the mid 1800s, Fort Georges, and it actually never saw battle. Up on top of the hill, there is a memorial for the USS Portland. And you can get a really good view of the fort from up here too. We found coffee, little stand on the side called Bard Coffee. It's really yummy.
It is.
It's really good coffee, and the owner was really, really nice.
It is not usually this windy in Portland.
Yeah.
He said this is a particularly windy day. Lots of people don't have power.
Yeah, it knocked out power throughout the city. He said 80 miles per hour gusts have come through the city.
Yeah, which I believe some of the streets we were walking on really turned themselves into wind tunnels. I don't know. It seems to have calmed down a little bit. The sun is getting a little higher. It makes it quite pleasant. It's almost time to go brewery hopping.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's go finish our coffee, and then we can head to a place where we can catch an Uber. I'll do a little research, see which is cheaper and how long it'll take, and then we will be off.
Works for me.
I love it. didn't mean to, but I got a fall colored flight.
Well, would you look at that?
Look at that.
That is beauteous.
These beers are very strong.
I know. I was looking at the menu like there's nothing here under 7%.
I think I knew that was kind of their thing. Maybe not the best place to start, but
Oh boy.
we won't force you to watch us try all of these, but
We'll just subject you to the results. Oh my god, they have like...
it's a lobster roll flight. It's a Maine, a Connecticut, and a picnic lobster roll. You can get them 4.5 or 6 ounces. I went with the 4.5.
Because we're not animals. We say pointing to our glasses.
I have so enjoyed all of the lobster and seafood I've had this trip. It might be one of the best things about this trip for me. What did you get?
Pulled pork. Oh, with coleslaw? Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm back in Pittsburgh.
I got it all loaded up for you.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's a Bite into Maine fresh lobster rolls food truck here outside of Allagash.
That is a mouthful.
And it comes with chips.
So we do take our brewery hopping very seriously. We're planning the most efficient route. We've identified our high-value targets.
That way.
That way is one of them.
4 of them. They're all that way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Portland's not a huge city, and there's like 25 plus breweries, so...
There's 5 right here on Industrial Way, which is kind of outside the city. It did take us like maybe 15-20 minutes to drive here, but it seems well worth it. Allagash in itself, I think, is worth a stop if you are a big brewery fan. You can find Allagash. We can get it at home, but we got to try some beers that they're not going to sell just on the shelves, which was good, and the food truck was awesome.
I've never seen a lobster roll flight before, but...
Yeah, that was great. It was so good. So I think we're going to I'm going to finish my last of the flight. We're going to head to the next stop and see where it takes us from there. Hoping this wind dies down soon. They were saying around 1, so maybe like an hour more of wind, but it's really something.
Read the raindrops.
Nope.
Stop number 2.
Nope.
Definitive Brewing.
I suck. Definitive Brewing. I really like this setup in here. They got the fireplace going, these couches that are like made of cloud. I sat into it and sunk into another dimension. That was neat. And then they have their whole brewing setup in the back and a DJ going.
Yeah, this is a cool spot. Our Uber driver did say, it's okay.
Yeah, but it's rated like 4.7 on Google, so.
Yeah, we'll try the beers and let you know. But Allagash was really, really good. We're going to compare this one and then...
On to the others.
Oh my goodness.
We're doing a whole tour today.
All right, brewery number 2 down.
We did it. We've been to Allagash and Definitive, and now?
This is Definitive.
That's Definitive.
That's the next one.
Over yonder is the other. Foundation, Battery, Steele, and Austin Street?
Yep. 3 in 1 building.
Yikes.
Okay, we got...
Time.
Can't see my watch.
I think 4-ish hours. I believe.
It's 1:37. We have to be back on board at 6:30.
Oh, we got all kinds of
5 hours, well, 4 hours plus travel.
Yeah.
We got time.
Yep.
The boys away was more than they say. I was introduced and
So this is the second location for Austin Street. There is one that we actually passed when we were walking this morning. We didn't pass it, but it was pretty close to where we were walking. But this is the one on Industrial Way. Got a couple of beers. Not a couple. We got about 3 beers.
About 3.
Mine's a Goza. I tasted it.
I got a pale ale and a Swartz beer.
I mean, listen, if you're into the beer scene, industrial way, you got to make a trip up there.
5 walkable breweries. I mean,
can't beat it. If you want a sticker, message us. It's not straight.
It's official. We've been here.
Next up, next door.
20 feet away.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Battery Steele Brewing.
Battery Steele.
This is probably such a boring vlog for you, but we're having a really great time. And like, we need this every once in a while. So thank you for watching.
Thanks for bearing with us.
The same artist who does most of Treehouse Brewing labels.
So there's Jake taking a picture of his beers. He does Untapped, and today he got over 25 states and countries badge on Untapped. Oh my God. Very proud of him. This is his biggest accomplishment. Oh man. So Jake got an assortment. One for me, because he's very kind. There were 2 sours here, but one you could only get in a full can. But it was the flavors I preferred. You got some Darkins.
I did. I think I got some Darkins. This one is a 15% something or other.
God.
That one's just an Irish stout. So it's like 4%, whatever.
Yeah. All of the ones they were low ABV here compared to some of the other places we've stopped.
Yeah. Allagash was like nothing under 7%. This place had some ones that were like drinkable.
Yeah.
Except for Opus.
Yeah. And then mine matches the table, but
It does.
it's just a pineapple, mango, coconut, orange sour.
You know what I love about this beer? The abbreviation for it is VAG-D.
Vaga.
Put that on.
It's It wasn't it Vagabond?
It is. But they don't know that. Is this the best time for this?
So we use I personally use Snapchat for one thing, and that is a group we have with our friends. I don't send it to anyone else. Jake and I have a streak, and that's literally just us sending pictures to each other every morning.
Of each other, usually.
And I was like, I'm gonna create my Bitmoji after 10 years.
4 breweries in 10 years.
I look so bad. I'm so sorry you're watching this. It's so windy. I swear I did my hair and makeup. You saw in the beginning of the video, I looked fine. I have a big pimple. It's just like, it's a hot mess. Oh, I'm now trying to do Samsung Pass. I don't even know what that is.
Boy, this devolved fast.
Oh man, this beer's good though. This beer's really good. As far as the sours go, this is pretty good.
Maybe some of the greatest.
As like sours. So I had a Goza over at Austin Street, and like that was just, it was grapefruit, which isn't my favorite flavor. But these ones are like the fruity, the tropical fruits, which is good, and then lemon blueberry, which I really, really like.
Fan favorite.
Are we gonna make it to the 5th stop?
But we have to. We told the people that we were going to, and now I feel like we owe it to them.
I found a leaf inside.
Huh.
We were doing in the last time lapse a little bit of research about what battery steel is, and what we learned is that the military spent a lot of money in Maine to build fortresses
And gun emplacements,
and they didn't use any of them.
like super defensible locations that just never ever got attacked.
That place we showed you earlier on the island, Fort gorges.
Yeah.
And then what this place is named after,
Battery
which
Steele.
is Battery Steele. Like,
Nothing.
they spent probably, what was millions of dollars and then didn't, like, use them.
Do a single notable thing.
Which is kind of historic in its own right.
You know what? I'm happy nobody got hurt.
Yeah, like, listen, build it, expecting the worst,
Yeah.
and then the best happens, and that's all we can hope for.
The best thing you can hope for in war is that it doesn't happen. So
And that you get a brewery named after you in the future.
that is the best thing.
Cheers. Cheers to that. Ah. It's so strong.
It hurts every time. One left.
Let's do it. Wrong way.
Okay, all right, it's fine.
We're at Foundation Brewing. Just kidding. It's Foundation.
It's foundation.
I was responsible, got the smaller ounce pour. This is tropical jam. It's their sour that you can get on tap. The others were in cans, which I think 16. Jacob!
Yours is fine. I got an American Light Lager at 4.5%, so like I probably just lost one fraction of 1% worth of beer. I think it's going to be okay.
We'll be fine. We made it back to the cruise terminal somehow, some way. Thank goodness for Lyft and Uber.
Yeah, it's good to be back in the States.
We, as I said, are back. We're gonna get on the ship, and it is
Time.
20 to 5, which means we have dinner in 20
We
minutes.
have no time. We need to go.
Oh, we already went through immigration. It should be easy to be. I'm so
That's true.
thirsty. I've
It'll be-
only had
my
beer
mouth
today.
is so dry.
It's so dry.
It's been so windy and I've only drank beer for the last 6 hours.
Guys,
Ha!
I'm sure you aren't watching, but the Portland beer scene is so good. Let's get back on the ship, eat some dinner. I think it's Mediterranean night.
I'm cool with that.
We're gonna give Tree and Jeremy all of our money.
Yeah. Oh.
What? It's like the final night. You have to do the
Yeah.
survey,
The survey.
and tip. We
Tell them they're
pre-tipped,
great.
but like,
We're gonna tip again.
I hope all of our dinner companions are there.
Me too. I want them to see us raw like this.
All right, let's get to the ship. Bye. By some act of the Almighty.
We made it, like precisely in time. like moments from not in time. We made it in time.
We are going to apologize now for the quality of the video from about probably 10 minutes ago through the rest of this video.
It doesn't get better.
Here is the dinner for the final night on the Jewel of the Seas. It appears to be Mediterranean night.
Ooh, good. I do love hummus.
Do you?
Yeah, kind
All
of
right.
a lot.
Learning new things
Pine
every
nuts and
day.
tahini is the way to go, man. Thank you. I've really been intrigued by seeing some of my friends who.
We ordered a second appetizer each because why not? I got a seafood cake.
And I got a little Mediterranean platter type thing here. We got we got some feta cheese and some olives and some roasted red peppers and some hummus and some tzatziki and a little bit of pita.
All right, for our main course, I got the Indian dish, which was a curry. It was a coconut curry, which is my favorite. Came with some naan and other pitas.
Yeah. Various assorted breads and things.
And I don't know if this is on the menu all the time, but because this week is Canadian Thanksgiving, Jake got a roasted turkey, like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Comes with a nice succotash cranberry sauce, mashed sweet potatoes.
It looks like sweet potatoes, yeah.
Yeah. No stuffing or anything,
It looks good.
but it does look very good, and it smells great.
Lovely. Hey,
Fingers off. For dessert, I got the crema catalana. I think it's Spanish creme brulee. Not gonna lie. It's like flan. And Jake, this was the Black Forest.
Black Forest tart.
And you got an apple crumble or an apple.
I did get an apple crumble with it, yeah.
So we'll see that in a second.
Well,
wait, which one is this? That looks.
this might be apple.
Oh, okay. That one's apple.
Yeah, this is
We'll
apple.
see if you get the Black Forest.
It's apple.
Is it hot? Lava boiling?
It's 1,000 degrees.
Cool.
I have no taste buds left.
Great.
But for a brief moment that I could taste it, it was pretty delicious.
Okay, we're gonna end this here.
Yeah.
I apologize that this is the last video in this series. It's not technically the last video in the series, but it's the last video in this vlog series.
Yeah. We get off the ship tomorrow and head back to Pittsburgh, and we're not going to bother with saying sorrowful, sweet goodbyes to you because that's no fun for anybody.
If you've been on a cruise before, you know how it goes. You know how disembarkation works. We're gonna get off the ship, get our luggage, and go to the Boston airport. So we hope you have enjoyed this vlog series. If you have, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Coming up, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but we do plan on having a Jewel of the Seas tips and tricks video.
Yeah.
A Jewel of the Seas ship tour video.
For sure.
And possibly a Jewel of the Seas, what we liked and what we didn't like
The
video.
old hits and misses.
But to sum up this video as a whole, I've really, really enjoyed this cruise.
This is a great ship. It was a great itinerary. And I think the crew aboard this ship this time around was
Really,
great.
really good.
Yeah.
I think if you can cruise for 7 nights, do it. It really just puts the experience up a little bit higher. You get to know the crew, you get to know the other guests.
Yeah.
And
Especially on a smaller ship like this.
yes, it makes it a really more intimate experience. And I think it makes it a better experience.
It does.
So again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, stay tuned.
What?
Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, because
in just a few weeks, our Margaritaville at Sea vlog series will be coming out.
it's going to get silly.
This times 3 days.
Yeah.
But until then, stay magical. Bye!
Here. Good rock. Good rock.
Thank you for showing me a rock.
Why the face? I'm going to get an American light beer.
No one cares.
What are you? Okay. What happened here? What's all that?
Gunk.
Yuck. You made it. We're gonna need another battery.
Do the dinner.
Okay. Get that picture. Right there.
I'm getting there.
Get the shot.
Getting there. But I think to give kind of a sum up, I really, really enjoyed this cruise.
This is a great trip.
Let's try this again. I need water.
God,
I'm
I'm so dry.
I'm on a ship, but I'm so thirsty. I'm going upstairs. I'm getting water.
Okay, babe. Bye.
I'm taking the elevator. You can't stop me.
Okay.
Do you need water?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want a cup?
No. Bring it to me in your hands.
Oh my god, I'm like laughing and burping and it tastes like curry. It's so gross.
It hurts to exist. Ow.